Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and in this video we're going to take a look at a competition, a triple jump competition, the British League Premiership, which took place at Hendon in early June and featured some of the top triple jumpers in the country. In doing so, I'll point out some technical things to work on and also refer in particular to the jumper in my squad, Jonathan Ilori, who has a best of 16 metres 28. Competing for Shaftesbury was Nathan Fox, who's jumped over 16 metres 80 in the past. Most of the sports science that exists on the triple jump indicates that a double arm action is superior throughout all three phases. However, it was interesting to see that quite a few jumpers were using a quarter push action from the hop and then double throughout the step and jump. Jonathan, as you'll note, uses the quarter push and then the arms need to go forwards and then be drawn back, ready for the step and the jump. You'll see, in comparison, that Jonathan's arms aren't going back far enough to aid propulsion into the jump phase. If you don't get the arms into the correct position, you're not going to get the right timing, which is going to propel you from phase to phase. So Jonathan collapses more on his contacts than he actually needs to. Do note that there's always going to be a more significant lowering on the step contact and the jump contacts compared to the hop takeoff. However, visually, it definitely looks like Jonathan collapses more on contacts compared to Nathan, for example. Here are a couple of stills of the arm action post-hop takeoff. Ideally, the arm should go forwards and out to create that forward momentum needed to take the jumper through the contacts quickly. Running off the board is crucial. And now, here are the arm actions going into the jump phase, and you can see Nathan's arms are fully extended behind the body compared to Jonathan's, whose are much more shortened. And it's a similar case, a positive case, for Michael Pupamplu here, with the arms back behind the shoulders. And of course, here's the maestro himself, Christian Taylor, in a similar position. Trajectory is another crucial aspect of the triple jump, and here Michael's is flatter. Now, when you come in flatter, you're going to spend less time on the ground as opposed to coming down from a greater height, and therefore, theoretically, you're going to maximize greater speed throughout the phases. And here's another maestro, Tosin, who's been over 17 meters before and who coaches, for example, Nathan and Michael. Okay, so we're back to Nathan, and this was one of his longer jumps, and you can see that his trajectory is more out and forwards compared to the previous effort. Jonathan managed to carry more speed through this jump and went out to 16 meters, and the jump phase goes on into the pit compared to the previous effort. The jump and the arm action for that is a specific case in point, with coaches such as Jeremy Fisher thinking that more work needs to be done, particularly on this phase, as very often a jumper's legs will drop prematurely. And even on this quote-unquote good jump, you can see that Jonathan's heels are coming down probably sooner than what they actually need to. I gathered some stills from Christian Taylor, who's coached by Rainer Ryder, and you can see that Christian manages to get a much more upright position in the jump, and I'm sure this enables him to combat rotation better and get a more extended leg shoot. I think a useful cue would be to get the arms back behind the ears in the mid phase of the jump and to really block them overhead, similar to what you could do with the long jump. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more jumps. Another factor you need to consider is how far you actually hop and step. It's not necessarily the person who hops and steps the furthest who will jump the longest. There seems to be a figure of around 11 metres, 10 metres 80 to 11 metres, which is what the very top guys will hit when they jump past 17 metres. And you can judge this distance often by the long jump blanks on the run up, which at Hendon is 2 metres back from the edge of the pit. Jonathan has been working towards the 1080 hop-step ratio in an attempt to jump into the mid-16s and high 16s. In the next jump from Jonathan, you can see a slightly better position in the jump phase. The arms could go with going back that little bit further, which should give him more penetration and potential leg shoot distance. So let's take a look at a couple more jumps.
Hold it! Finish it! 15.83.
Triple jump is all about rhythm, as well of course speed and the correct optimum conditioning. It can take time to pattern in literally the range that you need to get on your hop, step and jump. Referring to the athlete I coach, Jonathan, it's only now, after about 5 or 6 competitions, that he's actually beginning to get into the event and find his range and his rhythm. And if we, and him in particular, gets his arm action right, we should be looking at some substantially longer jumps by the end of the season. The British League Premiership triple jump was a good standard competition with 3 jumpers over 16 metres, and hopefully they're going to push each other on to further distances as the season progresses. As usual, thanks for watching, and do subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you may have in the section below or on my social media. And if you do subscribe to the channel, you'll gain access to some other material that I post in the community section on YouTube. For example, longer form articles and exercises specific to the long and triple jump, for example. And you can also support the channel and look good in doing so by checking out this short video by Track Valley. Track Valley reached out to me regarding the t-shirts that they designed. They're all about track and field, and they've offered a discount for subscribers to my channel. So if you'd like to take a look at some of their great designs, then go to the link at the end of the video.